Someone asks you for a favor. Before you've even had time to think about it, you hear yourself say, "Yeah, no problem." Then you walk away feeling strangely irritated. Not at them, but at yourself. And that small irritation is worth paying attention to. For a long time, I thought being nice meant being a good person. You help when people ask, you don't disappoint anyone, you don't make things awkward. And it sounds like a reasonable way to live until you notice something underneath it. A lot of the time we're not saying yes because we want to help. We're saying yes because saying no feels uncomfortable. And avoiding that discomfort has nothing to do with being a good person. The strange part is how automatic it gets. A friend asks for a favor when you're already exhausted. Your boss asks if you can stay a little longer. Someone invites you somewhere you don't actually want to go. And before you've checked in with yourself at all, the yes is already out. A few minutes later, you might catch yourself quietly hoping they'll cancel, hoping something comes up so you don't have to follow through, which is a strange thing to feel if you genuinely wanted to help in the first place. Nobody forced that yes out of you. You just never gave yourself the chance to actually choose. And that's where a lot of people get confused about what kindness even is. We call it kindness, but often it's something closer to fear. The fear of an awkward moment, of disappointing someone, of being seen as difficult. So we take the short-term relief of saying yes, even when it quietly creates a bigger problem down the line. The cost isn't obvious at first. It's 1 hour here, one favor there, until you start feeling like everyone expects something from you. Like people keep taking and taking. Sometimes they really are taking too much. But just as often you've been handing your time away before anyone even had the chance to ask twice, simply because saying no never felt like an option you were allowed to use. Real kindness isn't about never saying no. It's about actually making a choice instead of reacting out of fear. Sometimes that choice means helping someone even when it's inconvenient. And sometimes it means saying, "I can't this time." Not because you don't care, but because you've actually thought it through instead of just avoiding the discomfort of disappointing someone. People often confuse this with selfishness because both involve the word no. But a selfish person doesn't care how their choices land on others, while someone with real boundaries does care. They just no longer believe everyone else's needs automatically outrank their own. Think about the people you trust the most, and there's a good chance they aren't the ones who agree with everything or say yes to every request. They're the ones who are honest enough that when they do help, you know they actually mean it. Because they could have said no and choose not to. That's what gives their generosity any real weight. And it's exactly what an automatic yes doesn't have. If your answer is always yes, it eventually stops meaning anything at all. It just becomes what people have learned to expect from you. None of this is about becoming colder or stopping the urge to help people. It's about no longer confusing fear with kindness. Because real kindness isn't saying yes to everyone. It's having the courage to choose, and sometimes the kindest answer for you and for the other person is no.